Welcome to TL Yarn Crafts TV. I'm Tony, your host, here to share how to use a Clover Pom Pom maker. All right, friends, let's jump right in. So these are Clover Pom Poms. Clover is the company. Pom Pom makers are, of course, the product. And as you can see, they come in several different sizes. So let's go through the sizes super quickly. Clover Pom Pom makers come in a total of 7 sizes. So I have 6 of them here. This teeny tiny one comes from the extra small pack. This is 3/4 of an inch. And this is like a bright fuchsia pink color. So I've made a couple samples to show you how tiny these are. And here's a 1/4 for size. Look how itty bitty that is. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then also in the same pack, in the extra small size pack, comes a 1-inch purple pom pom maker. And here's what that little guy looks like. So super teeny, and I made them as round as I could. Honestly, the smaller they were, the tougher it was for me to shape them. So next up in the small size pack comes this cute little pink one. This is 1 3/8 inch, and it's this guy right here. This yellow one is 1 5/8 inch. This starts to get into my comfort zone, a little bit bigger. And then in the large pack comes this pretty green one, which is 2.5 inches. And here's a sample for that guy. It's getting nice and big here. And then also in that pack comes this pretty blue one, which I would say is the one that I use most often. And that comes out like this. Whoa, so pretty. I love it. So those are the sizes. There also is a jumbo size that's 4.5 inches. It's teal. I'll link to it in my description below. I don't own one anymore because I never ever found a use for it. It was just way too big for any kind of projects I was working on. But here are the sizes. I wanted to do a video on Clover Pom Poms because I think honestly they're the easiest way to make pom-poms. I think they're a very good investment in your business if you use pom-poms a lot or just in your craft stash in general. And also, I just think they're super cute and fun and easy to use. If you've never seen one before, you might be looking at this like, how does this make this? Don't worry, I'm going to show you. It's super quick, super easy, and by the end of this, you will be a pom-pomming master. So for our tutorial today, we'll only need a few supplies. You want a pair of very sharp scissors, the Clover Pom Pom maker of your preferred size. I'm going to be using the 3 3/8 inch size large to make my pom-pom. And then of course you're going to need some yarn. You can use just about any yarn that you want to make your pom-poms. As I go through this, you'll see why this yarn is appropriate for this size pom-pom maker, but probably not for this one. It's just a little too small. But I'm going to be using this extra bulky yarn for my Clover Pom Pom maker. And this is just some Woolies Thick and Quick that I got from my stash. This is a fresh ball, but I'm going to be using a ball that just has a little bit left, the perfect amount for a pom-pom. To start using your Clover Pom Pom maker, you're going to want to make sure the 2 sides are together. Here's a quick lesson on the anatomy of your pom pom maker. So this actually is 2 sides. They're joined together by this post that goes into this slot. So you insert the post into the slot and that brings the 2 halves together. Each half has these arches that you can open. So there's little handles here for you to open the arches, and there are 2 on the other side as well for you to open the arches on the other side. So this looks a little bit insane, but don't worry, it's going to make total sense in just a minute. So to start your pom-pom, you are going to open one side of the arches. Open them together so that both sides are open. And then you're going to take the end of your yarn, and I like to kind of hold my pom-pom maker like this so that I can, with my thumb, hold the end of my yarn. And then I'm going to start wrapping the yarn around both of the arches. And as I do that, I'm going to adjust the yarn and kind of push it down on both sides so that I'm wrapping nice and evenly. And I'll wrap completely around both arches, once in this direction, and then back the other way. I'm holding my yarn nice and tight because I want to make sure that the lengths of the fringe within my pom-pom are about even. If you hold them loosely, the fringe might be different lengths and you're going to have to do a lot more trimming than you really need to. So then I'm just going to kind of continue going around and around to make sure my pom-pom is nice and full, and I'm wrapping pretty evenly. one fringe right next to the other. And I don't have a certain number of times that I wrap the fringe, but ultimately what I want to do is have it so it's nice and full, but I want to leave an arch here at the bottom that kind of mimics the arch at the top. I don't want this to be completely filled with yarn. I want to leave a nice arch down there because that will make sure my pom-pom is nice and even. So I'm going to go around this way one more time, and then I'm going to go up the other way once more. And since I'm already getting to a size that I like, I'm not going to go right next to each other. I'm not filling it in completely, just putting a few more wraps on each side. At this point, you will close this side of arches and open the other side. Now, with this length of yarn, I'm not going to cut it. I'm not going to make any adjustments. I'm just going to pull it right behind the next two arches and begin wrapping like I did on the other side. Pushing those lengths of yarn down and making sure it's nice and neat. And continue just like we did on the other side. Continue wrapping this side of arches and I'll meet you when you're done. Hey friends, Tony here. I hope you're enjoying this video on how to use a Clover Pom Pom maker. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials, unboxings, and crochet patterns. And be sure to check me out on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook for details about current projects and pattern releases. All right, so I'm all done wrapping this side, and now I'm going to close this side of arches as well. And then I'm going to cut my yarn pretty close to my pom-pom maker here, and then I'm going to make a nice long length of yarn that I'm going to use to close up my pom-pom. And kind of set that to the side. Now, this is the fun part. We get to open up our pom-pom, and I think this is the part of the process that I really like using a Clover Pom Pom for. If you've ever tried to make your own pom-pom makers out of cardboard, out of toilet paper rolls, sometimes this part of the process can get a little messy. It can get a little inconvenient. Clover Pom Pom makers really make it so that making a pom-pom is a complete breeze. Anyone can do it. So at this point, what you're going to do is insert your scissors between your arches. So we're going to go down into our pom-pom underneath the lengths of yarn that we wrapped and start making short cuts. You want your cuts to be short because, again, this is another way you make sure your fringe is about an even size and you don't have to do a whole lot of extra cleaning up and hair cutting later. So we're going to make short cuts. We're going right down the canal between our arches and cutting our yarn lengths free. When we get to the other side, we're going to make sure we're going underneath any yarn that might be caught between our arches and continuing through the other side as well with short cuts. Perfect. So I like to just kind of check around my canal again, make sure I don't have any lengths of yarn stuck in between because that'll make it a little bit harder to tie off. Looks like we've got some clean cuts there. And then this is what you should have at this point. Now you're going to take the length of yarn that you made before, kind of find the midpoint, and you're going to lay your yarn into your canal and you're going to push it down all the way around to the other side. And we're going to pull. We're going to pull it super tight. And we're going to make a nice tight tie here. Now, when I say tight, I mean it. I mean tight. Because this first tie is going to help close up your fringe so it doesn't go anywhere. Now, we're not going to knot it here. Instead, I'm going to flip my pom-pom maker and I'm going to make another tie on this side just to reinforce how tight I want my fringe to be. So I'm going to tie it again here, and now I'm going to make a knot by tying one more time on that same side. So I'm confident that that pom-pom is nice and tight now. Now I'm going to lift up both ends of my arches on both sides, and I'm going to actually pull the sides of my pom-pom maker apart, and now we have a pom-pom. Well, we have the makings of a pom-pom. This is what we have so far. It came out actually pretty good. We shouldn't have to do too much hair cutting here, but we're going to fluff him up really good to get a feel for where we might need to cut. So you can see on this side, it's a little uneven. This side's a bit uneven. We can probably round out this a little bit. If you flip it over, we can probably clean up this a little. So what I like to do is areas where it's obviously uneven, I'm gonna go in and cut those first, and then I'm going to clean it up and make it a bit more even of a ball. Now, I am the type of person who says done is better than perfect, so I do not spend all day evening out my pom-poms. But what I like to do is I'll take my hands and I'll kind of squeeze the pom-pom where I'm planning to cut so I can see exactly where I'm cutting. And I'll adjust as I go around, making, again, short cuts. Because if you make long cuts, you're going to have areas of your pom-pom that are flat. And we're going for a circle, not a square. All right, so that feels good. Then I'll fluff it up again. And now I'm looking for areas that I might have missed. And again, I'm going in with short cuts just to kind of clean it up and get as close to a circle as I can. I do not profess to be the world's prettiest pom-pom maker, but I gets the job done. I gets it done. All right. That feels good, actually. That feels good. We've got a pom-pom, folks. Okay. Maybe I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, not a lot though. Okay, that's good. All right, and that is how you use a Clover Pom Pom maker to make a pom-pom. You can now tie this pom-pom to a hat. You can make wall decorations out of it. Sometimes I've made a holiday garland. Lots of super fun ideas. Thanks so much for joining me on this video. Stick around for a quick announcement. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Now, before you leave, I've just got to know, what is your favorite way to use yarn pom-poms? Leave your answer below in the comments. I cannot wait to read them. Also, check my show notes for a post that I recently put on TLYCblog.com. It's entitled 15 Uses for Yarn Pom-Poms. I've got everything from wall hangings to holiday decor, even earrings. So stinking cute. Click that link, check that blog post out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.